Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm no professional. I'm no professional. Oh no, it's talking to me in my head now. All right, we good on sound. Well, good evening. You wasn't first, Bob. Josh, good to see you. I'm watching on the iPad too. Um, I said, why is this thing feeding back into my headset? I'm talking and the delay's coming back into my headset. Y'all say hi to each other a second. All right, try this again. 2 4s in the house. Got I ain't a whole lot prepared other than just to run my mouth. Coming to you with all kind of good stuff to talk about, which we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. Very exciting news. Very exciting developments. And my plan is to try to do every bit I can to fulfill my end of the bargain. Thanks, trucking with T-Bone. While him and his wife are down in Nashville playing tourists. Oh, here we go. What is the difference between a wet? Oh, you got to post that in everybody's chat, Bob. Jesus. Why can't I not? All message are visible. Okay. There's Dar. Okay, now I see your messages, sis. Y'all tuning in to see a little South Georgia redneck go all kind of crazy? That's what keeps me from going insane. Alrighty. So where shall I begin? First of all, I will begin by saying thanks to each and every one of you who make this community what it is. Even even though the orchestrator of this upcoming beard shaving and head scalping, he has to go get his beauty rest, and he probably won't be tuning in this evening. But if he's not in here, we can just talk mad crap about him and let him know how much he's loved. Did get to speak with Will Burner on the phone earlier. And he's been chomping at the bit trying to keep a certain development under his hat. Y'all just stay tuned for Saturday. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, T-Bone was live earlier, Bob, on his way. Him and his wife were going into Nashville to do some tourist stuff, and he was live stuck in traffic, and I was picking on him because him and his wife decided to go into Nashville at rush hour. And I told him, I'll get you some of that and enjoy your time together, make every moment count. And yeah, and of course, in his live chat when he was rolling into town, he had to mention about the suggestion he made for the Tierra style mohawk. It's going to be interesting how that develops. Ah, there's Mr. Bees. He did make it in. Well, see, Dar, I'm gonna uh, I'm gonna do that, even though I don't have one in your husband's channel. That's okay. Dang, cheap freight hauler don't have no wrench. We gotta have we gotta have another Georgia brother as a moderator. And Red Lady, I thought. Wait a minute, I tried to add you as a moderator the other day, cause I'm a little slow, cause I'm Southern. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Trying to keep up with you guys, cause I'm 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 overwhelmed. I mean, I me and my random spur of the moment live streams and videos and YouTube shorts and the such. I figured now would be a good time as any. Reason I say that is I got unloaded earlier today, 4 miles across the interstate. Luckily, I got over here to this Pilot truck stop. I'm in Franklin, Ohio, at the Pilot. For anybody who wants to come stalk me and knock on my door, got something for you. A whole lot you won't, and even more you don't. I don't know why my screen keeps wanting to go dark, but that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to bounce back between the iPad and the phone here. Okay, back on topic, Buck. You're rambling too much, as my wife would say if she was still here. Shut up, Buck. Oh no, Freeway. You need all the you like me. We need all the wrenches we can get. I come across Interstate 70 earlier today when I had to come over from Indianapolis over here to where I unloaded, and all that construction through there, and all them dump trucks cleaning up, working on the center section. I was thinking about you. I don't know if that's what part of the world what part of the country you working on, but I went through there earlier. Yeah, wrenches for everybody. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of people in here. Who hadn't I shouted out yet? Let's see. We said hi to Red Lady, Bob, Josh Harris. You folks feel free when I give you wrenches. Do like on Brian's channel when he was giving out wrenches or Sterling's. Y'all go. I know we're all community here and we all got each other's information, but for those that don't know, Dar is Wheelburner's better half. And Bob, he's Wheelburner's doorman. Done said hello to Cheap Freight Hauler and Firefighter Bob with his hashtag Mohawk for Buck. And Mr. Bees, it's good seeing you in here too, buddy. Lots of free giveaways from different channels Saturday. It'll be a fun day, and we will hopefully raise a ton. Yes, Dar, hopefully we will raise a ton. I think just with our trucking community alone, we'll hit Brian's 10,000 Saturday. But on Wheelburner's live stream yesterday, he did mention that he had spoken with Mr. David Tyler again with Forgotten Angels, and they've got everything set up to where Mr. David's going to give us all the time and attention that we need. If we want to ask questions directly, we can go directly to him. And the good thing is, all the money collected on Saturday, all that stuff set up in place, and I'm pretty sure Brian will burn all he'll have all that stuff set up prior to him going live for the links and everything to send the money directly to Forgotten Angels this year. I know his first annual for the last year was for St. Christopher's Truck Drivers Relief Fund, and they put that together real short notice. But they got it all worked out in the end. But now, luckily, as these annual events come around for him and us as a community that support these charities, with with this one in particular, this coming Saturday, other than the raffle donations we're doing, the PayPal donations we're doing to Sterling and Wheelburner right now for the chance to win the cornhole boards on Saturday, like he's been saying, all the donations will go straight to Forgotten Angels. There won't be none of the donations on Saturday will be handled by anybody but Mr. David and Miss Cindy. And luckily, we've already got a good ways to that. We were sitting yesterday at a $2,500 for the cornhole board, so that's 25%. That's a quarter of the way to the 10,000 already. So we're really shooting and looking for really, really good things. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Let me get caught back up to the comments a minute. Y'all talking amongst yourself. I'll leave those comments there. Hi, Chasing Ghost. Uh, oh yeah, on your live stream and your premiere. Thank you very much. I just when I'm given the chance to be a moderator on another content creator's channel, I I try to be respectful of your channel's community, and I kind of I'm a give what I take kind of fella, and that's what this community here is to me. Is we give each other time, and other people when we come on, return the favor, and that's what's awesome. It's nobody has to do anything for an ulterior motive here in our community, whether it be the trucking community or the motorcycle community. And some of us do both. Some of us motorcycle riders drive a truck for a living. Some of us truck drivers, when we're home, we ride motorcycles. And Mr. Bees is saying, thank you so much to me. Man, y'all, look, I appreciate I appreciate the sentiments, but we're just the mouthpieces, right? We're holding this event Saturday on Wheelburner's channel. That's just, like he said himself, that's just, even though it's on his platform, the exposure is all about the charity and these young men and women who age out of the foster care system for the charity of choice, thanks to our community. But yeah, I don't know what it is about people with the last name Brown. We just naturally born with the gift of gab. Sometimes this overruns this and it gets lost in translation. Sometimes I have to slow down. But I appreciate your gratitude, Mr. Bees, but just know it runs both ways for all of us. I mean, you're sacrificing your time and your efforts and your talent to help with this charity drive just as much, if not more, than anybody else. So let's all give you a big thank you. Good evening, Toga. Hello again. It's been a long time. Yeah, all of 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Go ahead. I'll throw you under the bus, Toga. You come in the right. You come in the right chat. You come in the right live stream. Yeah, Toga and I were cutting up with trucking with T-Bone and his missus earlier. It was good. Oh, the puppy? Is that the picture you sent me, Mr. B? And that's what you and Dar are talking about, the new puppy? All right, I'm just reading through because y'all are. Where? What is Bob saying here? Where is what happens if you? Oh yeah, this is what happens when you come into my house. Boy, am I getting as behind as Brian and Sterling does? Could never forget you, Tara, if you talking about me. Glad you taking time out of your day to come show my channel some support because this channel for me, like I've said before, it's just about sharing knowledge and mistakes I've learned along the way and how to overcome a lot of loss, a lot of tragedy, and hopefully not come across as I need your help. No, I can't do that. The help I'm getting is just the moral support. And that to me is worth more than any dollar could ever buy. Bob says, yes, I am basically part of his family, kind of. Boy, I can't keep up with like everybody else can. I'm on the phone. You sent me that picture, Mr. Bees. I saw it pop up, but I'm doing the live stream from the phone. I don't think I can swap over to the iPad. Or maybe can I? Let me see. Is that working? Uh, nope, can't do it. I guess I need to get caught up. But yeah, Mr. Bees, as soon as this live stream's over with, I'll definitely check that picture. Yep, like I said, Daria, they're providing a link, and y'all will have it posted, and which is going to be awesome because all we're doing is bringing attention to what they got going on, and hopefully, folks come with wallets full. Yeah, Mr. B says, well, well, Bucket, it was the best all the way around to have it sent right to them. Oh, I know, and that's why I'm so glad that when Forgotten Angels did win the votes, that me be me, me knowing them personally, I was so fortunate to be able to be in the position to get Brian and Mr. David connected. Of course, on both sides of it, during the voting process on Will Burner's channel and the day he held the votes and stuff, I I had been in touch with Mr. David and Miss Cindy and let them know that I had not, me and Sterling and some other motorcycle riders that are a part of that other community of shade tree surgeons that he's been the biggest advocate as far as putting the word out on social media for Forgotten Angels. And a lot of social media, a lot of the followers of Shade Tree Surgeon, they put them, they make sure to mention it, the mission of Forgotten Angels in all their videos, and it's all motorcycle related stuff. And on that side, now, thankfully, we got more eyes on Forgotten Angels through the trucking world. And maybe next year when Brian and Dar hold their third annual, they'll be looking at similar charities that operate similarly to what Forgotten Angels does. I mean, I know that Brian said that that's what they're going to shoot to do. So there's that, and you know, a lot of times here lately, there was a fellow YouTuber that's in the motorcycle world that does a lot of promoting of Forgotten Angels. He was saying, here lately, the word charity kind of gets a bad taste in people's mouths because, for one, a lot of these nonprofit organizations have big CEOs, big boards of, and they got a lot of overhead and a lot of administrative fees and stuff, and they operate a nonprofit like a business. And at the end of the day, when all the dust settles and the money that comes into those organizations finally gets to be utilized for the mission itself, such a large piece of that pie is already gone. Now, what's okay, Dar, you're saying, let me read this to everybody. We will also have all the channel emails that are providing freebies so that each person that wins something can email them directly with their address. And that's another thing that's awesome. Nothing has to be sent across the borders. Everybody's taking the time graciously to put this together for the freebies and stuff or the auction items. Because I'm sure there's going to be some auction items. I can't say for sure what they'll be, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be. And I can't. I'm just like I'm just like everybody else. I mean, we're all participating in this in our own level, at our own level. And this is just my perspective of what I'm able to contribute. And I couldn't do it without this community that you guys have, and the time and attention that you share to me. Because I know God willing, my wife is looking down on me right now and smiling that I'm doing so well. And that's that's an illusion for the most part. There's still bad days, but it's a part of it. It's a part of the road. It's a part of the struggle. And when I get down and out, some of you guys know it, and you're there to have an ear for me to lean on. A 2-4, why in the world don't you have a wrench? And you're saying Brian's mind must be racing like a freight train. I've done a charity event before myself. It was August of 2022, and it was to help raise money for Folds of Honor. And that's another one of them organizations that does a lot for military members, wounded and fallen veterans. It helps provide scholarships to their spouses and children for continued education. It gets a lot of national attention. It gets a lot of attention across the borders. But I was, I enjoyed that time. There was me and 4 or 5 people had come up with that idea, and we had about 3 months to put everything together. And it was actually a charity ride with motorcycles, sort of like a poker run. And then we held a we held the closing events at a local bar and grill restaurant that had outside seating, and we had door prizes, we had giveaways, and we even raffled off a motorcycle. And there was probably 150 people showed up, about 110 bikes. So it was a pretty good turnout, and it wasn't. It was just spread, word of mouth. And there's not anything on my YouTube channel about that because, for one, I wanted to focus my efforts because it was the first time me doing a charity event. I wanted to focus my efforts on the the structure of it. Make sure I didn't have any pitfalls last minute. If I did, it was something I could create, you solve and resolve rather quickly. And there's other motorcycle YouTubers that did join that were friends of mine, and they got some of the information about that on their channels. And I mentioned them in my video for the ride for my bride, the 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 last edited video I put out that was in honor of my bride. I did mention them in that video, and they're really good stand-up people as well. Glad to call them friends, just like I call you guys friends, and hope to hope to one day cross paths with a lot of you folks and shake hands and have a meal. Now I'm down here. Let's see. You're right, Bob. If you don't want to cornhole boards, if you win them, you can donate them to the charity. That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying anybody else has to. Trucking with T-Bones with his hashtag. Aren't you and the wife supposed to be having dinner with friends and doing your tourist trap stuff at Cooter's Garage in Nashville, Tennessee? Not mad at you. I ain't hating the player. I just hate the game. But speaking of that, yeah, Mr. B said yes, they can be sent right to the Forgotten Angels. And just like I said in Wheel Burners and Sterling's live streams and in the chats, if I wasn't actively participating in the live stream, I don't have StreamYard, so I wish I could bring people on, but I ain't that technologically advanced. For those that want to donate the cornhole boards, for whoever wins, if the winner decides to donate the cornhole boards to Forgotten Angels, me and Mr. B's have exchanged phone numbers. So if the winner does decide to donate them between now and October, I will pick them up from Mr. B's personally because I am going to Forgotten Angels for their October camp out. And I will personally deliver them and present them and give Mr. B's a shout out and give this community a shout out, give Will Burner's channel a shout out, and everybody that's putting this together for Saturday. Just just to just to refresh the motorcycle side of it, the aspect of it, the motorcycle campers that come down there. Just just say, hey, if y'all can next year when Wheel Burner Express holds its third annual, jump on board and whatever charity selected there. Let's show them some love too. And Tara saying our schedules are random. Yeah, and for the same reason, occupational hazards. You know what an occupational hazard is for me right now, sis? That freaking ELD. If it hadn't been for the ELD, I could have unloaded earlier today Got reloaded today and been further south today than Franklin, frickin' Ohio. I am still over 700 miles away from home. And for those of y'all that don't know, as far as this trucking community goes and this wheel burner drive for Saturday, I was wanting to be on site with Mr. Dave and Miss Cindy when they join Wheelburners live stream. That way I can be there to represent everybody from the trucking world and the Wheelburner Express community and all the other channels that are associated with this drive for Saturday. And the maybe not the folks that and even the folks that don't have channels but are in here to help and support. I'm still going to try to make that happen. It's going to be tighter than Dick's hat band, but I'm still going to try to make that happen. I mean, Saturday will be here before we know it, but I still got time to pull it off. And if I can't get a dispatch in the morning, I'm on Interstate 75. I will drive this son of a bitch the 700 miles home deadhead. This community doesn't come together like this but once a year. It's air and opportunity for me. I mean, yeah, it'll suck, but I don't want to let you guys down because you guys hadn't let me down. I guess YouTube's trying to play games with me. If this live stream goes down on my phone, please, please, please give me just a second and I'll switch over to the iPad if this live stream here happens to peter out. Shoot, I'm probably so far behind in the comments. Firefighter Bob's done said he was going to play catch. He's probably back from playing catch with the boy now. Oh, Dar, you hadn't met me in person yet. Talking about everybody's help is much appreciated, and you are all good souls. We just put on a good front because we got a camera in our face. You know I'm just kidding, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. That's that's a struggle, Tara, trying to figure out Forgotten Angels in October and then Lone Star Rally the following weekend. Well, just think, if you can do both, that'd be an epic couple of weeks. Y'all see how tired I am? Look at that. That's pathetic. And Dar's saying the more exposure they get, the better. Abso-freaking-lutely. The more loudmouths we can get talking about this on their own platforms and just share or just sharing the live streams and the premieres and the videos that we're putting up, all of us that put out content, even though mine's random as hell. And speaking of content and subscribers and blah 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 blah, I am 28 subscribers away from hitting 200. I'd rather know the personal connection. But if more people want to join on, sign up. It's all free, and then they can they can experience some redneck reality from somebody that's figuring it out on a daily basis. See, here it is. I told you he's back from playing catch now. That's how far behind I am in the comments, and ain't but 13 of us in here. So I've got about 10% of my community tuned into this live. They want to hear what I got to say about Forgotten Angels. Well, I've said it before in Wheelburners Live. I was introduced to Forgotten Angels. I was fortunate enough to when his niece Shaylisi decided to sell her little motorcycle. I was fortunate enough to make the deal with him, and there's more coming about that. It won't be on Shade Tree Surgeon's channel. It'll be on Weems Motor Co. It'll be on his channel, and I'll be putting out content about that later. But enough about my stuff of it. What it, reason I'm talking about this stuff now is because Jared Weems at Weems Motor Co. He introduced Shade Tree Surgeon to Dave and Cindy at Forgotten Angels, and once that meeting happened, Shade Tree grabbed that horse by the reins and started blasting on YouTube about, you know, putting it out there on blast, putting it out there, what their charity's about. A lot of us in here, we've already been to the website. We've heard my previous stories and other people's stories, and a lot of our fellow truck drivers that ride motorcycles too that's been following Shade Tree Surgeon has been entering in the raffles that they raffle off periodically during the year, and it's a majority of them is motorcycles, but they have been known to raffle off Humvees, pickup trucks. The end of last year, they held a raffle drive for almost the whole year to give away a house. Yeah, a freaking $250,000 house. So there's that, and that's stuff that's come to them through their other businesses and their other practices in trade. Don't think a house was donated to them, but it was a good deal and it was a fixer upper, I believe. And they fixed it up and was raising money to help fund Forgotten Angels. Mr. Bees is saying, well, I think tomorrow night Brian is going to do the last live push on the boards, and at that time everyone will get to see the completed boards. Awesome. Bob, you're younger than two of my oldest children. You're in between my two oldest and my two youngest. That's awesome. That's interesting. Oh my Lord, here we go. How long did it take me to grow my hair, Dar? I hadn't had a haircut since before the day, a week before it was my anniversary weekend. Mine and my wife's anniversary weekend, July the 21st, 22nd. Even though our anniversary was the 25th, it was the 22nd or 23rd was last time of July last year, and it was a flat top haircut because my wife loved seeing me wear a flat top because I got the head for it. So I hope you were talking about how long did I let my hair grow? Anyhow, oh, Dar's dropping links, y'all. Yeah, somebody please give Tara her coloring book back. I need a coloring book too. Oh Lord. We're getting that worked out. Mr. Bees is saying I need to get with Sterling and walk me through how to do a live and how to share Brian's live on Saturday. Yeah. Good to see you in here, Mr. Flip. Folks, welcome Mr. Flip and the Blue Mule in. Me and him texted the other day, and he explained to me how he got a nickname Flip. He even showed me a picture. But if y'all want to find out how he got his nickname, that's going to be up to him whether he puts that out on his channel or not. But Mr. Flip and the Blue Mule, y'all, he has been an avid donator and supporter of Forgotten Angels since before I came in the picture. He can tell you more about what Forgotten Angels means to him than I can for what they mean to me. No, Toga, Toga, if I was anywhere near your house in Turkey, we'd be going to see some historical sites together. 2-4 saying I would like to hit 50 subs and be able to not sure what I would talk about, but 2-4, I know what you could talk about. You could talk about your love for Indian motorcycles and your hate and distrust of Harley. Boy, I just stirred the hornet's nest. Get him, Dar. Dar saying, "Oh, 2-4, you're a man. I'm sure you could talk for hours." Why do you think, Dar, I've been saying all this time? When I get on a roll like this and I go to talking, I can hear my wife in the back of my head going, "Shut up, Buck. Shut up, Buck. Shut up, Buck." Y'all, brown chickens in the house. Hey, brown chicken. Um, on your Sportster, your battery's dead. Might, if you can, might want to check your stator. Your stator might not be, or your rectifier. They might one of them might have went out, and it's not charging. Your charging system may be down. It may be one of those two things, or it could just be the battery got a bad cell. But I mean, just that's just an idea. I know stators after a while they'll they'll frizzle out on them Harleys. And not saying that bashing the brand. I just being an Indian rider and being riding with nothing but folks, nothing friends with mostly Harleys. That's the older Harleys like you got, especially. That's that's just a wear and tear item that happens. I mean, that's just an idea. And it's fairly simple to do it yourself. I mean, YouTube University's got a lot of stuff on it. Y'all, Mr. Flip's only 65. He's just now getting started in the prime of his life. Oh, Brown Chicken's asking me what state am I in? I'm always in the state of confusion. Physically, right now, I'm in Ohio. OH. I can just hear the I can just hear the chat in the background. Ohio. Believe it or not, this redneck South Georgia boy has got connections to Ohio through a couple of former stepdads. Sorry, I'm watching the mirror because this truck stop's got parking behind me and there's a dude trying to back in. I don't want him smashing the trailer up. All right, Tara, be safe. Going to bed. Ooh, sludge boxes. Don't miss Mister. I'm gonna burn the roads up on my motorcycle. I'm not a truck no more. You and you come right through Georgia. And that's another thing. Talking about Forgotten Angels and the October campout. I hope y'all are listening. I'm gonna try my best because the October campout for Forgotten Angels is happening October 24th to the 27th. Do not, please, for the love of God, show up before the 24th because volunteers are going to be there prepping and getting ready for the festivities to start on the 24th. But have this in mind: if you're coming down from up north and you're coming down 75, or if you're not too far out of the way to where you can come down 75 right at the Florida Georgia line, I'm planning on taking that whole week off and ahead of the camp out when people are coming down and they need a place to bunk or chill out or whatever. If you're in Shade Trees Discord or Chasing Ghosts Discord or Rainy Riders Discord, you can get in touch with me because I'm in their Discord. You can find me in there and message me privately, or you can go to my About section on my homepage and find my email address and email me. Make the subject line uh, October FA Camp Out, and we'll make arrangements to have y'all a place to stay for the night and maybe some good fellowship, you know, ahead of heading down there in October. But good to see you in here, Trucker, 2 times. So yeah, that's an idea. Because I know not this last camp out or the one before and previous other ones, Rainy Rider. He's another big supporter of Forgotten Angels, and he's a friend of mine. He actually took me to the airport from Memphis because he lives close to Memphis. He took me to the airport last June when I had to put my truck in the shop out there in Memphis, and we were able to meet in person, even though we'd already been friends through YouTube and Forgotten Angels. And he would stop and have a bunch of folks meet up in Tifton, Georgia, and stay at a hotel the night before, the Wednesday night before, and then get up Thursday morning and ride down as a group. Well, Tifton's only 45 miles up the road from where I live. So I'm going to try to coordinate with him, with Randy Ryder and his group and all that meets up with him, and maybe get the word out to the rest of these folks that ride down in October. And you don't have to ride a motorcycle to go down there. You can fly in. I know Sterling had mentioned, in October, him and Red Lady are going to try to fly in and attend, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So we're doing all we can for community, and I wanted to put that out there. Dar has adult coloring books. Girl, you should not have said that to me. Because I've only got, I think I said the other day, 8 more payments. I might double up on them and get them paid off and bank a little money. And I got friends out in Montana, so when y'all get moved out there, we can we can meet in Montana. Meet me in Montana. Ain't that an old Dan Seals and Marie Osmond song? Here I am going to. I'm quoting music songs like Recycle Hooligan, and he's not even in here yet. I don't think. Missed your premiere. Yes, I did. I was probably driving. Oh, you're gonna put it out here on in my chat, Flip. How you got your nickname? Y'all are all good folk. Oh, Dar, this Sprite. It lasts me all night. Oh, I am behind in the comments. There, 2 4s responded. Holy shit! Every time I start to like you, you start saying something like that. Oh, the Indian Harley battle. I don't think Polaris sells bowling balls or bowling pins or wax for the lanes. It's all good humor, man. The reason I bought that Indian was just for this kind of talk. Plus, back in 2018 when I bought my first one in South Georgia, when I bought my first big bike, my first Indian, I should say, because I had other bikes before then, and they wasn't any around. where I'm at. So I like to be different, and Polaris is doing it right. I mean, Victory was a good bike, and they they didn't know how they was gonna go about supporting two motorcycle brands. So when you're buying a brand new Indian today, 22s, 23s, 24s, when they stopped selling Victories in 2017, all that intellectual technology is being utilized and integrated into the Indian lineup now. Just just a little heads up. But there are statistics I, I can dig up that will blow people's minds as far as what percentage of each brand has in American made parts. But I'm not going to go there today. I'm trying to stay on the topic of Forgotten Angels and Wheel Burners uh, charity event on Saturday. Good luck finding a service center for them Indians. What? Yeah, I, that's the thing. The only service issues I've had with mine are were the one I have now. The 2018, I didn't have any recalls on, believe it or not. And that was a Chieftain. That was a big bagger. The competition to the Street Glide. Wait a minute, I did have one recall on it, and that was the gear selector the gear selector switch plug that shows on the dash which gear you're in. That plug wasn't making correct contact, and all it was a lack of putting dielectric grease in the plug at the factory, and they've resolved that since then. I mean, all our brands of motorcycles or cars, trucks, whatever, they're all going to have issues. It just all boils down to a personal choice. But luckily, with my new one, I had a fuel pump recall because the 22 Chiefs, they went from a full size frame to a cruiser size frame. Kept the 116 and the 111 in a smaller frame bike. So naturally, they're going to be bugs to work out in a brand new model. So there was a fuel pump recall and a kickstand recall. And that's all I've had done to mine since I've had it since October of 2022. That's other than regular maintenance and upkeep. I mean, on my Thunderstroke 116, I don't want to talk too much about motorcycles, but I've got one fill hole for the engine, and it fills the transmission and all that. I've got two drain holes in the bottom of the engine, one for the transmission, one for the engine, but there's one hole in, two holes out. It's not like Harley where it's called a three-hole service. So, I mean, that's just the difference in the manufacturers and how they integrate their products. So it does make it a little easier for me to do my own servicing on my own motorcycle. Stirred the nest. I just threw a frag grenade into that bitch. Pull the pin and see how long I can hold the spoon down. Who's don't nobody in here? Ain't nobody 2-4. Nobody's in here saying that I shouldn't smoke, and I didn't put it on subscribers only. Hell, I'm glad to got the 10 of you in here that I've had, and all of you that's been in and out. I I could I could burn through them if I wanted to, but I really don't smoke all that much. Um, when I'm peaceful and I'm not stressed out, I don't even think about it. Well, you figure out what you got to do to come here first, to pick up these boards for the camp out, and get us the info soon, and get us the info soon to get that all put on the board. Okay. I'm gonna get back caught up with the comments. Ridley's saying, I'm really hoping Sterling and I can make the Forgotten Angels camp out. I'm working extra hours to make shit happen. Working at 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. All taking in no. Who remembers that movie? She was such an awesome actor, and she's a wonderful lady. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay, back again. Yeah, Polaris makes snowmobiles, but back in the day, Harley did too. AMF Harley was making snowmobiles. So I mean, that's it. Can't make this shit up. uh, Flip, that's not true. You do have a Harley dealership within 200 miles of you. They just can't service your bike. Cherokee Harley Davidson? Oh yeah, they're a merch store. That's right. My bad. You can get plenty of t-shirts and merch. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But Mr. Mike over at Cherokee Cycles in Andrews, he can service Harleys. Key Fob, glad to see you in here, young man. For those of y'all don't know and don't follow Adventures of Key Fob, uh, I I would like to personally shout his channel out because he's another one of the Shade Tree Army that I met in person, and him and his lovely wife and family, her family lives across town from me, and they're just a couple hours up the road from me, where Key Fob and Miss Brainy Chameleon call home, and their son just recently joined in the Marine Corps. So, hoorah! Yeah, from an Army grunt. I said, hoorah. My granddad was a Marine, and I I grew up the grandson of a retired Marine. So, a lot of respect for the crayon eaters. I mean, service members. But I wanted to say, my hat's off. Oh, speaking of hats off, let me give y'all a hair update. Starting to look like damn Chewbacca. Uh, yeah. All right. Let's get back into the comments. But anyhow, Flip, get a chance to write catastrophic, telling this little redneck, uh, medically discharged Army soldier hopes he has a hopes he makes the best of his time in service. Good golly, Miss Dolly. Yeah, that was one of the names of uh Wheelburner's live streams the other day. Mr. Bees, if you're still here, be safe and hope to see you Saturday. You'll be there, even on the live stream tomorrow. Yep, Harley even made golf carts. And there's a link to Wheelburner's channel that Mr. Flip just dropped. More like 12 to 13 hours at Panasonic and 8 and 9 hotel on my days off from Panasonic. Get it, Red Lady. Get it. Hopefully, hopefully it'd be good to see you guys. Of course, I'm trying to swing y'all's wedding. It's going to be a tight schedule after the 22nd, after Saturday. I got to try to get out there for y'all's wedding and try to get back and get ready for a week off I'm taking in July. I'll have more about that later. That's not important right now. See, me and Flip, even though Flip's Navy and I'm Army, look at there. He took good care of the crayon eaters on his boat. See, the bashing don't just go for the motorcycles. Eh, the branches get bashed too. Toga, that hair, saying then that hair will turn into a sideways mohawk soon. Yeah, thanks to trucking with T-Bone and his harebrained suggestions. Charlie's wanting to say hi, y'all. I saw that short earlier, key fob that you guys had posted on your YouTube channel. That was that 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 brought back memories for me. That was and from the sounds of it, like that comment I left on it. Yeah, it sounded like he got there and kicked the doors in. I'm planning on it, sis. I'm planning on it. The good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. His name's Charlie. I think I sent you pictures of him, Keep Up. Yep, there he is. And I'm at the bottom of the comments. He got to see, I meant to tell y'all, he got to see another doodle yesterday when we stopped at a rest area for him to go walk. She was a little old 5-month-old golden doodle. And Charlie lost his mind because that's the first other doodle he's seen since we've been on the road together. But our daughter this weekend, if I can get home tomorrow night or early Saturday morning, daughter's going to take him. And I'm going to head on from the house on down to Valrico. Hoping to be there in time. So the day is like I said, it's the day for the charity drive. The Saturday will be here before we know it. And I hope we can make this a good one. And it's just a bonus to me that it's actually going to support young men and women through Forgotten Angels. I mean, I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't have any stories to share about being in the foster care system. I got a brother and his fiance. They foster. They got 2 kids. My brother's got 2 boys. His fiance's got 2 girls, and they foster 5 more. And they're trying to do it right too. Got a good friend of mine. Him and his wife. They can't have kids. They've adopted 2, and they're fostering 1 more. And the one they're fostering now that they just got a couple of months ago, she will age out in July. And if she has nowhere to go, they've told her that she'd be more than welcome to continue living with them, but she'll have to find a job, and they'll help her get her driver's license and stuff like that, so she don't become a victim of the system and get turned out on the streets. But I made about a little over an hour of this so far, and I just wanted to share some of this from my point of view as far as my involvement with Wheelburners charity drive on the Saturday, and my point of view as I have come to know Forgotten Angels. And We talked a little bit of motorcycles. We talked a little bit of military stuff. It's all near and dear to me. We all come from different backgrounds, all different walks of life. This this is what I mean by the power of community. We are here to support a common goal, a very a very uh a very worthy cause. And we're doing it all together to help our future generations. And nobody's asked us to. Nobody's twisting our arms. Nobody's putting a gun to our heads. Life does that for us enough in our personal lives. And this little, he is wanting attention. Are you stealing the show? Hmm? Are you stealing the show? Hmm? High five. Oh, Robin's in. Say hi, Charlie. Yeah, that was a good live stream you had earlier, Robin. A lot of good words of wisdom there that you put out. Yeah, but you know the thing about cats, Robin? All cats are aliens. Ain't that right, Dar? Ain't that right, Red Lady? Cats are aliens. So was so was Alf. Alf was an alien. And what did he love to eat? What did he chase around the house all the time? We're telling our age if we're talking about shows like that. But we don't want to know what Bob's saying. He's still here just listening because he's doing something. Well, we don't need to know the details, buddy. And Dar's saying she got her cat some bubbles. Oh, I bet that was interesting. Maybe we'll see some shorts out of the. Maybe we'll see some shorts come up out of the chaos. You're right. Flip. Alf was licking kitties. My hero. Who remembers what he said when he flushes the toilet? Remember what he said when he flushed the toilet? Alf, that is, on the show. I ain't got T-shirts to give away, but I will give you a. I will clap for you if you get it right. Dar says I was trying to make a short, but they weren't cooperating. They're, they're cats. They have a mind of their own. They do what they want, when they want, how they want. Felines. Nope. Don't remember Flip. Uh, he flushed the toilet. And he looked down in the water and he's like, interesting concept. As he watched it swirl and flush. Miss Red Lady saying my cat sits by the office and bedroom door waiting for Sterling to get home. She is his little princess. Doesn't he have allergies to cats? He said. I believe he said he was. He has an allergy to cats, but he still loves them anyhow. Ain't that like us guys? All men are dogs, all women are cats. So it does. We do develop allergies to our opposites. I don't understand that. Flip. Okay. While file while files is on, you do watch. Why the files don't you? Trying to trying to figure that out. Rolling with T-Bone. You missed it. Rolling with T-Bone, trucking with T-Bone was in here. Why Files channel? Oh, YouTube. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. That's not a familiar one to me, Flip, but I will look it up. Red Green Show. True Canadian. I remember the Red Green Show too, Robin. But y'all, yeah, Rolling with T-Bone, he put out a good video the other day about Forgotten Angels and what it's about and what it means to him. And he's another one of the ones I was talking about earlier that, as far as motorcycle content creators and supporters of Forgotten Angels and sharing the message to help bring attention to what Mr. Dave and Miss Cindy are doing. He's all the time, every video, it makes a mention. Me, I'm like I said on my channel, it's just like in my about section, rambling my way through life, just trying to make the best of it. Like an old Duke Boy song, making my way the only way I know how. Oh crap! You guys, that's right. Y'all had y'all's videos dropped tonight, and here I am went live. Trucker brain. Sorry, I'm making a public apology right now. I I'm not normally stopped. I'm normally paying attention to what all you other guys are doing. And when the dispatch told me they couldn't find me nothing this afternoon, there's a Waffle House here by the pilot. Get in your chair. And I went and sat down and I was just processing some things in my mind and able to actually have a hot meal instead of something out of the microwave. That's right there. And I can't go a video or a live stream without mentioning Waffle House. It's a Southern staple. And Toga, yes, when you get to the States, I don't care what anybody else says, you'll have to try a Waffle House when you get to the States. It won't be a trip to America without experiencing Waffle House delicacy. But T-Bone and I Flip did text me the other day, and he he gave me a heads up about your video coming out at 7 and his coming out at 7:30. So when I get done with this live stream, I'm gonna jump back and replay them. It'll give me something to do when I get through running my mouth. Covered and smothered at the Waffle House. I get my that's probably a song too on the jukebox on the Waffle House by the Waffle House band. But I get my hash browns double smothered, chunked, and capped. I can't have cheese on my potatoes. That's just me. But I will put ketchup on my ketchup. Uh oh. I love the waffles, but I know that it's a culture beauty out there. Oh yeah, it is. House of Pancakes. They make a great T-bone steak. No pun intended. I want to see if anyone can guess the movie. Who are the guys that have a car, that have to climb through the windows and they run from the cops? That stupid ass 2005 Dukes of Hazzard movie. Is that what you're talking about? That was such a far offshoot from what the show was about. I mean, that's the one time I got upset with Willie Nelson. That is the one time I got upset with Willie Nelson playing the part of Uncle Jesse in that movie. I mean, he took the role. The role was there. He took it because of the money. Hollywood. I get that. But am I guilty of watching the 2005 Dukes of Hazzard movie that came out with Shawn Michael Scott and Johnny Knoxville, and Burt Reynolds was playing Boss Hogg? I mean, I know it was slapstick comedy, but it slapped the real Bo and Luke Duke in the face. I mean, the TV show that we grew up on watching was good family entertainment. And now you can't find the TV shows on reruns anywhere, all because of the flag on the roof of the car. Come on now. For real? Shit. That's ridiculous. Anyhow, I'm getting off topic. Let's see where I'm at. Because y'all are tearing up the comments now that we got on that. Waffle House comments and now Duke Boys comments. Oh, there's all kind. 2-4. There's they can. Excuses are like assholes, buddy. We all over the place. We all over the map. The White Castle fries only come in one size, and they ain't got nothing to do with Waffle House. But that's an old Beastie Boys reference. Catastrophic work at Waffle. Hey, he is an American hero. But you guys, before I get out of here, those that don't have links to the others that are in here, I didn't know why you didn't have a wrench there, Robin, but I just gave you a wrench. You folks that aren't seeing unfamiliar names, I'm giving y'all wrenches so y'all can subscribe to each other's channels, because I came together with everybody that's in here by bouncing back and forth between the motorcycle and the trucking world. And it's only right that, I've been given that privilege on other people's channel to go find all of y'all. So please continue the tradition here. If you see a name in here you hadn't seen before, and go click on their channel and watch a few of their videos and see if, like T-Bone says, see if they're right for you. I'm not stealing content, brother. I'm just recycling it. Flip's right. Flip's right. Daisy was smoking in both the TV show and the movie. Catherine Bach, she was the OG, and Jessica, she kind of did honor Catherine Bach. I mean, she did kind of keep a little bit close to home as far as portraying Daisy Duke. What you mean Daisy was the star? Daisy still is the star for all of us guys in here. I think we done run all the women out talking about Daisy Dukes. Oh, don't y'all let's not y'all let's show Toga some love. Don't want him feeling left out. Me and R1 was both working for Waffle House when we started dating. That could be a video, T-Bone. That could be a video topic. Because let me tell you something, T-Bone. I don't know if you know a little bit. You might know. You might have heard me say this in other people's uh, videos. You might have even heard it in a couple of mine. But my wife and I, we first met before we even got married. We met in first grade. From first, second, third, and fourth grade, we were in elementary school together. I moved away, and then when I moved back to where we were at, she was just inside the Florida line. When we moved back from Central Florida back up, we moved just across the state line into Georgia, and I was a teenager. I went to work at Hardee's there at the state line, right off Interstate 75, and the lady that became my wife years later, she was working there as a teenager. So it was only 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. There was only 7 years there that I was away, and I moved back. We went to work. I went to work at Hardee's in Lake Park, right there at the state line on I-75 between Georgia and Florida. And she was working there as a teenager, and we reconnected and rekindled our friendship from elementary school, and we stayed in contact ever since. We went our separate ways. I mean, we never did date nothing as teenagers, even though she years later she did confess to having a crush on me when we were teenagers. And I figured out years later that that's what's been wrong with her whole life. She was crushing on me and I didn't see it. So yeah, crazy. I know. I got more stories I can tell. I don't want to keep this live going too long. That could be the name of a song too. There, T-Bone. He's saying okay. Bob's saying okay, and then T-Bone saying I think so. Finding love at the Waffle House. That is a title to a country song. I don't write country music. I try to come up with lyrics all the damn time, and I'm writing them down in notebooks and stuff. But that would make an awesome song. Two four saying he met his bride when he was 15 and she was 14, and they still going 31 years married next month. Together 40 years. Next month, okay. 2 4. So 31 years married next month. That's July. My wife and I, the 25th of July would have been our 16th anniversary. We celebrated our 25th, our 15th wedding anniversary the weekend before she passed away. I had went back on the road the day of our anniversary. We had celebrated the weekend before. There's a lot of amazing stories going on in this chat. Oh, I've heard that song before, Flip. Colt Ford, yeah. Meet me at the Waffle House. Yep. And here's Bob's. I have had my girlfriend since fifth grade, and then she said, "Do you want to go to my house and do something fun, some fun stuff?" And I was like, "Sure." Mr. Dean has stepped in the door. Welcome, Motorbomb, Virginia. Good evening, young man. How are you? July 10th. The 22nd of July, this guy turns 52. My oldest daughter turns 31. Yeah, you do the math. My oldest daughter was born on my 21st birthday. My second oldest daughter, mine, she's my stepdaughter, but I basically raised her. My wife's daughter, Amber, she will be 30 on December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. My son, he'll be 22 in September. September 12th, the day after the towers fell. He's serving our country in the U.S. Navy right now. He's active duty out in Bremerton, Washington. My youngest daughter, she was born February 12th, 2 days before Valentine's Day. So I don't have a hard time remembering birthdays and anniversaries and stuff like that, like most of us other guys do. My bride that passed away was my third wife. I'm not saying she should have been the first one and not had the experiences of learning how not to do with the first two. Everything in his life, guys, it all happens for a reason. I mean, for God's sake, here we are talking about random topics, but we're all here for one common goal to support Wheel Burners charity that happens to benefit Forgotten Angels this come Saturday. I don't want to go too long without mentioning that because that's what community is all about. Like I said earlier, that's what's brought us all together is common themes between people who come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, and from all over the country, all over the globe. I mean, here I am, got 172 subscribers, and I've held a damn baseball team's worth of people's attention for I'll go almost an hour and a half now. You guys really must not have nothing better to do on a Thursday evening. Oh, wow. Let me go back here. Appreciate the hugs, Mr. Dean. The chat keeps wanting to jump on me. Dar, yours and Brian's anniversary is the 20th of July? Oh, just wait till tomorrow. Just wait until the Wheel Burners live stream tomorrow. Uh-huh. And no, Dar, I hadn't put out publicly that vacation week I'm taking in July next month from the 9th to the 7th. I haven't put that information out publicly yet. I'm going to wait and do it after the charity event Saturday. It'll probably be Sunday or Monday. I'll put something out on my channel about where I'm going and the reason I'm going and why. Two four, you'll be 54 in October. Ain't no way I'd have pegged you to be 54, man. Robin, appreciate you hanging out, buddy. Be safe. Catch you down the road, brother. What did I miss? No, I ain't missed nothing. I'm tracking. Ruby, welcome in. Just wait till you meet me in person, Mr. Dean. Hey, aren't you getting ready to go to VAM, Mr. Dean? I see you got an upcoming live stream or premiere set up. Be safe traveling, man. I'm not jealous one bit. Maybe you'll run into folks that I follow in the motorcycle community that'll be there too. Nothing exciting happening on your anniversary, anyways, Dar. There should be. Y'all been together quite a while. Dar, I just wish you had a twin sister. That's all. Well, 2-4 is saying rather get old than die young. Tried, that wasn't my time. Us guys, us men, we just grow old. We never grow up. Darcy and her lips are sealed. And that trip that I was talking to you and Brian about, uh, it's happening because of the generosity of really good friends that are like family, like you guys. And it's going to be a reunion of sorts. Ah, you can see, yeah, we can see you, Robin. I can see him in the chat. Just chatted with Mr. Dean saying, just chatted with Mr. G. He runs the VAM stuff. Super nice guy too. Yeah, I saw that. The I saw that video where he live streamed the other night. Damn, been going an hour and a half already. I don't want to keep y'all too late. A twin sister, Bob. Why so? I could date her twin sister? Hell yeah! If she's anything, if she had a twin sister that had any temperament half of what Dar's got, she remind she reminds me. There's a lot of similarities in the temperament and the mindset and the communication. Even though I had never talked to Dar on the phone, just reading the text and listening to when me and Brian have discussions on the phone or this that and other about stuff, and he's telling me what Dar's this and Dar's, and I'm like, that sounds just like Sherry, and it's not being funny. It's just when you have a connection with somebody that runs that deep and it suddenly disappears, you miss it, and you find yourself searching for it in the simplest things, in the simplest of ways. Like I said, I'm thankful for this community because without a lot of the conversations publicly and behind the scenes, no telling where this guy would be right now. Well, T-Bone, you got to split, so be safe, and I'll catch up on you. I'll replay your video after this. Oh, you guys take care. I'm not ending the stream just yet. I'm just trying to get caught back up to the chat. I think T-Bone said he was out. Yeah. Be safe, buddy. I didn't want to. I didn't want to not say bye to if anybody else was leaving. Yeah, Dar. My story might be amazing, but it's just one of many that we all can share because we all have our own amazing stories. We all have our own shock and awe moments we can share too. We all have our sad stories, and y'all want to know what makes us all the same? Every one of us is different. That's what makes us all the same. And if that's the only message I have to share, I'll keep saying it over and over and over again because it seems to make sense for this little South Georgia redneck. Bob's like, just keep going. I'm bored. What type of bored are you? You a 2x4, a 1x2, 2x6, 2x10, 2x12. Well, I didn't look for another life. I didn't look for this life. That's for damn sure. But the life that's coming, the the life that's developing in front of me now, I'm so. But at least they're not as hard to swallow, or they're not as hard to take. If we all if we can only worse and communication are the keys to success. At least in my screwed up think way of my thought process is. This dog will not stop. He has to be right under my hand. See? Oh, you are too damn. Get in your chair. Take a break. I'm about to wind this down, y'all. So, any closing thoughts? Any closing arguments? Well, Mr. Ruby, we for sure appreciate it because we're here for you too. Be like uh, be like Romper Room. I see you, Motor Bomb. There's Dar. There's Toga. There's T-Bone. There's Robin. I hope they're all being good little boys and girls out there and eating their vegetables. Half of us don't even remember Romper Room, I don't think. That's another topic for another day. But in closing, the benediction from the Diesel Deacon, seeing as how Sterling's not here, I'll be Diesel Deacon on my own channel for here for a second. Reminding you to turns before you burns. That that's a slogan borrowed from John Boy and Billy. Not trying to get copyright striked. It's their comment. They own it. It's copyrighted. I eat the things that eat the vegetables. Yeah, Toga, we were in that conversation and Robin was getting dive bombed by robins. Thursday evening and Bob has nothing to do. Look up Hee Haw, firefighter Bob. Look up Hee Haw shorts or you Hee Haw videos. The type in the search bar in YouTube after I get off this live. Where oh where are you tonight? Hee Haw. You get a you get a kick out of that, or just Hee Haw videos. Nothing better than a dog's love. This little joker here is 18 months old and full of energy. He's smart too. Me and my wife got him when he was 8 weeks old. I mean, he was just weaned, and I was home last year with the engine being rebuilt in my truck. As soon as my wife got him out the car and handed him to me, I put a leash on him and started training him. Toga saying he ate his veggies and drank his milk with some milk in Malibu. If Red Lady's still in here, I suggested her and uh, Sterling try a drink that my my wife loved Malibu coconut rum with a splash of cranberry on the rocks. That was my wife's alcoholic drink when she decided to drink. She had to watch it for her diabetes, so she didn't drink all the time. It was just on occasion. Vegetables. Okay. Who's going live now then? Anybody else welcome to go live? Because I'm fixing to shut this down. Barn swallows. That's right, they were barn swallows. I knew you had said something about robins. Robin. Can't wait to see the shorts you make out of them. The ones that were trying to dive bomb you. Oh, cool. Yeah. It, if you was raised, Bob, by parents that were old traditional country music artists, you'll get a kick out of those reruns. You gone, Robin? Be safe, man. Oh, you an hour ahead of me. Shit, 2-4. Made me drop my cigarette. You're an hour ahead of me. I'm on Eastern time. You did, Ray Lady. Unless you're talking about that drink of Toga's. Milk and Malibu? I don't know. I mean, I can see milk and Bailey's maybe. Sunny D and rum. Sunny D and rum. That wouldn't be a screwdriver. That would be a, what would that be? Because a screwdriver is vodka and rum. Oh shit, Dara's still here and I said vodka. Speaking of copyright police, Ruby, I got a damn email from YouTube saying I had a couple of videos between a certain date and a certain day that there were bug issues because of a description in them or something. I had to go back and look at them and figure it out. Red Lady, you and Sterling had that Malibu with a splash of cranberry, back August last year when I was at the kids' house when the hurricane had come through after getting back off of that ride for my bride. I do believe y'all were out and y'all tried it. Okay, Toga. I told you don't play Barbie Girl by Aqua. Oh, here we go. Naming off songs to play. 33 ticks, Robin. 33 today. You got 33 of them off of you sitting out in the barn? That's got to be some kind of redneck record. We have a we have a new guest to the channel. Fethi Ahmed Koskun. I hope I didn't butcher your name. You welcome. There's another fella, Turkish resident, uh, in these parts along here with you. Welcome in from Turkey. Freeway is back again. And he done it like he does it on Wheelburner's channel. I'm back. That's because I'm still running my damn mouth. Absolutely. If you're a mod, go look at his video, his channel, and put a video after. Bob, post your link in here. You got a wrench? You can post your link. If I make it there, Red Lady, to the wedding, because Sterling did give me recommendations of where I could use my free stay at that I've got for Reno. So that's one thing I still need to do this weekend is book them rooms and book that flight. I'm gonna be doing a lot of hustling in my personal life after this charity's done. Peace out, Robin. Try to catch you in another one of your live streams. It's our community that keeps us together. Absolutely. 2-4, you can post links too. We can't make Toga work in every channel. This is where Toga comes to rest and relax and let off steam and talk in his native tongue to a fellow Turkish resident. Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this. Bear with me, bear with me. Well, shit. Hang on. I think I got this figured out. All right. There, I done it for you. It took me a second. Maybe it come through. Well, at least that link will get them to your shorts. And then once they get to your shorts, they can click on your image beside your name and get to your channel. Well, I'm not the smartest either. I've figured out by just hitting buttons to see what the hell happens. Toga, you don't have to work in everybody's channel, man. I got it. I got Bob's link posted. There's one short on mine, and I think it's the one I put up about the the tanker truck going down the road hauling. It says hauling chickens or something. And I put it up as a joke to Wheel Burner, and it got like 5,200 and something views. So, anyhow. Oh, really? 2-4. The real simple way to do it. Go to your home channel, go to your home page, in the top right corner, those three dots, tap on them. It opens a little menu box that says share, hide user, help, feedback, report user. I hit share, copy link, come back to the chat, paste the link, and hit there. There's 2-4's channel. Toga, this is your rest and relaxation channel, buddy. You work hard enough in everybody else's channels. You got folks speaking to you in your native tongue. Now, if you want to translate what they're saying to us, feel free to do that because not a whole lot of us in here speak Turkish. Well, Bob's saying, well, now we got to Dumb and Dumber. Friends of mine want to do a Dumb and Dumber road trip on mini bikes. They were wanting to in March, but didn't quite pan out. Tried to do too much too quick. But I appreciate the attention and the time that you guys have given me for almost 2 hours now. So, like I said, the common theme here for us all is community and supporting each other and bringing awareness to this charity drive on the 22nd that will be on Wheel Burner Express's channel. I am not prepared. I am not prepared. The fella that I mentioned from the motorcycle community that is he's been the largest mouth for putting the word out for Forgotten Angels is my good friend in the motorcycle community and fellow supporter of Forgotten Angels is that guy, old Shade Tree Surgeon. Or did I just pop? That's Wheel Burners again. What the heck? Okay, see? Let me try this again. Oh, yeah. Thursday night, no telling what her and Marshall and the family's up to. But that last one, I said to Shade Tree Surgeon, he's got a large community, and he's got a niece that has a YouTube channel, and a lot of the folks that are in and associated with Brapstar Garage, which is a merch store business that they have, providing shirts and stickers and patches and decals and all kind of stuff. A lot of them have YouTube channels. So y'all figured out. Hope to see y'all Saturday. See, that's another one I got to get caught up on is Joey Whispers. Not for Oh, Mr. Dean. I ain't on Wi-Fi. I'm just at the mercy of the airwaves. But fellas, ladies, there you go. There's the link to Forgotten Angels right there that Mr. Dean just put up. Go read about Forgotten Angels and their mission and what they do on a daily basis. Mr. Dave and Miss Cindy, they live, sleep, eat, and breathe and drink, taking care of these young men and young women that age out of the foster care system. See y'all on the 22nd, 1 p.m. on Wheelburner Express's channel. Be looking for Mr. Mr. David Tyler from Forgotten Angels. He'll be in on the live stream to represent Forgotten Angels. And I'm going to try to get my butt down there and represent you guys in person alongside of the Shade Tree Army bunch and Mr. David Tyler. And we'll make this charity twice the success of last year's charity that Wheelburner put on. Okie dokie. You all have a good night. And I appreciate your time and your attention and bringing awareness to a thought that a reality that came, a thought that came to reality. And it's to help our younger generations, help our fellow man. And it helps me sleep better at night knowing that there's a good community out here like this, even though we all have our own personal quirks and qualms. I'm going to let you guys go. It's getting dark here. This truck starting to fill up. And I'm getting the giggles watching these folks try to back up. Bob saying go sub to Dar. Yeah. But anyhow, I said in closing an hour ago, I've only smoked 2 cigarettes in 2 hours. Brian usually smoked 2 cigars in 2 hours. In your chair. I'll take you out in just a second. But anyhow, folks, appreciate the time, appreciate the support, because we are here for each other. Let's make this thing happen on Saturday. Yeah, Shannon needs to hear that too, don't she, Dar? She needs to hear why I'm how good I'm doing. Because she gave me hell the other night on Sterling's live stream. All right, y'all. With that, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. You guys have more important things to do than listen to a South Georgia redneck regurgitate everything he done said the last 2 hours. But it's for a good cause. Brought to us by Wheelburner Express. And you, the community, brought it together for one of my favorite organizations. Y'all take care. Peace out. Love each and every one of you. And try to live today hoping tomorrow it'll make tomorrow better. Good night, guys.